I said, as a longtime Neil Magny fan, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, I guess I should say, if Rakhmonov wins this fight in dominant fashion. Well, guess what? Rakhmonov won it in dominant fashion. Very, very dominant fashion. The only problem was there was a couple spots right there where I was like, Neil Magny is about to heel hook Shavkat Rakhmonov. It's going to happen. His knee is going to explode, and he's way too calm for comfort right here to just be sitting there while his knee is getting, put in shambles right there. But the Nomad does what he does. He remained calm. He remained poised, and he set up a Darce on Neil Magny to then switch over to a guillotine and get the job done. So it wasn't a TKO the way I expected, man, and a submission was definitely in play. But how impressive was that performance by Shavkat Rakhmonov, brother?
Man, we were talking about it on the pre-show before how calm and just calculated a fighter Shavkat Rakhmonov is. And this dude stayed calm in the midst of a deep heel hook multiple times, too. He was just looking. He was, at one point, he looked up to his coach like, okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. It was mind-blowing, man. This dude is the next level. 16 finishes, 16 fights, undefeated. Already at the co-main event. You know this dude's going to be getting a main event spot soon. I'm excited to see who they're going to pair him up with because he's a killer, man. Shavkat is an absolute killer. And like the way he fights, too, it's that classic smash style. And I don't know who's going to be able to deal with it, man. That's if you're just looking at it, man, it's a very, very hard style of fight to do that. This dude's been doing since he was probably, 5-6 years old.
Bro, and it's tough because it's like you can't stay out at range and throw kicks against him because he's going to catch a kick and take you down. You can't smother him because he's going to clinch you and he's going to trip you and take you down. He's, like I said, he's a specialist on the feet. He's a specialist in the submissions. And now we've seen, man, he has an urgency to be able to get you out of there. He doesn't want to see the rounds 3 and 4 and 5. Those weren't even on the table, but you don't want to see those rounds. Let's get you out of there, man. And once again, I do find it a little troubling because they keep saying this stat that Shavkat, he's never been in the third round. And we already mentioned before, yeah, he has. I think maybe they're talking about the UFC specifically, he hasn't. But either way, I think that beating Neil Magny in the fashion that he did, that's going to instantly propel him up the rankings, right? So he's going to enter the top 10. That's no doubt. But the real question here is, do you want to see Shavkat still take the slow route, the easy, slow, eased up route and fight the 6, 7, 8, 9 guy? Or do you say, throw him to the top 5, brother? Let's start seeing it's going to be Chimaev, Rakhmonov, Usman, you know what I'm saying? Who else we got at 170? Sean Brady, right? These are going to be the characters in play for the title. What do you think?
Oh, man. As much as I would want to just kind of slow roll Shavkat, give him a couple more, he's already 16-0, and he's a killer, man. Taking out a vet like Neil Magny in 2 rounds, almost 3, very, very close, man. I think you push him to the top, push him top 5. Let's see what he can do after that, because there's one, you don't want to send him to somebody who's going to steamroll again, and then we're just back in the exact same spot. And if he does, we put him up against a top 5, and he does steamroll somebody, then we're leading on to a little bit faster track. So I say fast track him, man. Set him up to that top 5. He's ready. I think he has a skill set to get it done. A lot of those, those names you're listing, the Kamaru Usmans, the Sean Brady's, Hamzat, Colby Covington, all these names up there would be very intriguing fights for Shavkat, and I feel like good matchups as well. Besides the champ, I don't think he's really outmatched by a lot of other people.
Well, let's be fair. Even though we had these high expectations for him, he did call out like the Jorge Masvidals, the Stephen Thompsons, you know what I mean? Which I think is unfair. Why are we picking on the old karate dude who can't wrestle? Like, come on, man. If you're going to pick on somebody who can wrestle. Go call out Sean Brady or something. God, I feel for Wonder Boy, man, because everybody wants a piece of him. But this is my question to you, man, because I think that with this performance, it solidified it. Is Rakhmonov no longer a dark horse? Is he now a bona fide contender in the welterweight division?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Especially with the fact that he's already on a co-main event. This dude's getting some media highlight for sure. And there's going to be, the ESPN reruns of him tapping out Neil Magny. So I think this dude is being pushed firmly into no longer the dark horse light. And it's going to be, we're going to be seeing his name in like I said, the banners and the actual main events here very, very soon, man.
9+ minutes of control time for Shavkat Rakhmonov over a savvy, crafty veteran in Neil Magny, and he pulled out the plus 275 submission prop. So if you had that, good on you. I actually thought that plus 150 TKO prop was going to hit a little bit easier, but he decided, hey, why beat him up when I could just choke him out? I don't know. Big win by Shavkat Rakhmonov, man. He is the bona fide, man. At this point, there's no question. Do not doubt the man any longer.